So this is going to be the fastest way to make $20,000 per month as an online coach. All right, no BS. This training is built to get you a fuck ton of leads. All right, that's the terminology I will use here. Because honestly, like once you're at this market, if you're under 20K a month, the number one thing that you need right now is more leads. You need a predictable system to generate leads consistently. If you don't have that, you're just going to be stuck in these like random up and down months, kind of just like hoping for referrals or like the random like inbound person to like DM you. It's all just random. It's unpredictable. And so to get out of this, you need that system. Also, when you do have that system, you have predictable leads coming in. You're going to have more sales calls. So you can actually get good at sales because you have way more reps. You're going to have more clients, obviously. So you will get more client feedback to make your product even better. So with a better product, you're going to get even more case studies. More case studies make it easier to even sell people and get more calls booked in the first place. And of course, you're going to make more money. So that is why this is important. And if you don't know who I am, why should you even listen to me in the first place? My name is Jack Bly. I own two companies. First one I founded in 2019 is my online fitness coaching company. It's called The Full King. Scaled this from 0 to 100K a month. Still own this company. My team runs it now. Here's a little screenshot. And then here's also, other online coaches I have helped recently here. So with that said, let's dive into basically how to consistently get at least 30 to 50 qualified calls booked in your calendar as fast as humanly possible. There's two methods I'm going to show you. All right, first one is outbound. Second one is viral content. And these are the two methods that are the go-tos because at this stage, you're under 20K a month, it does not make sense to do paid ads. You just don't have the capital at this point. So these are super fast and they're free. So I'm going to show you how it works. Before we do get super tactical, you need to understand the universal decision-making frameworks that create a predictable lead gen system. So if you understand this stuff, like this is the frameworks that will show you how to make proper decisions so you can iterate and so you can scale your business from 0 to 10K a month, wherever it's at right now, to 30, 50, 100K a month plus. All right, this is necessary. If you don't know this, you will be screwed like forever. You can't make proper decisions. You can't like keep on, thriving and scaling because you don't understand the fundamental things about client acquisition. So let's dive in. There's three things as far as universal decision-making frameworks. Number one, stimulus and response. So stimulus and response. So basically what we have here, the reason why any client signs up with you is due to this. The reason why any client doesn't sign up with you is due to this. So there's basically this equation that's stimulus plus human equals response. So what is this? So the stimulus is anything we put in front of humans in our niche to influence them towards becoming a client. So the stimulus can be anything. It could be your branding, your content, your ad, outbound message, your Calendly page, your sales script, your offer, hand raiser post, YouTube thumbnail, anything. Anything that's put in front of people. All right? The human is obviously someone in your niche. So you're putting a thing in front of a human. And obviously based on whatever this is, they're going to respond to it. The response is whatever action they take could be positive. They could take the next step. They could book a call. It could be negative. Could be neutral. They could do nothing. That's a response. All right, so that is stimuli and response. This literally is taking place every single place of your whole entire marketing, lead gen system that you have set up right now. There's probably not a system, but you get the picture. So here's the deal. If you put the right stimulus in front of the right human, they will become your client, period. Like realize there's actually a combination in the universe that exists that will result in someone becoming your client. You just need to figure out what is the right stimulus. All right, if you crack this, if you figure this out, and you put this in front of the right humans, you can do this over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you will just sign more clients. That is how it works. That is the secret to client acquisition that no one tells you because they don't understand it at a first principles level. All right, so if you don't have this right now, you don't have a consistent way to sign clients because of this. Like there's three possible things going on right here. If you don't have this, if it's inconsistent, number one, you have poor performing stimuli. So this is like a low percentage of humans respond positively to your stimuli. So that's probably happening right now where you might be doing some actions, creating some content or sending some DMs or doing something, but you're just not getting many responses. Like there's not much conversions going on. So there's a stimuli problem. Or the second thing that could be happening is inconsistent distribution of your stimuli. All right, this is more rare, but you could have a killer stimulus that actually works really well, but you're just super inconsistent. Like you're not doing the things consistently. So not enough humans are seeing your thing. Or number three, you're putting your stimuli in front of the wrong humans. So this definitely applies if you're getting like a lot of low quality leads, people who like just don't have any money. This could be happening right here. It could be a combination of these. All right, so that's what's going on. That is why you're not signing clients right now, is stimulus and response. That's number one. Number two here, scientific client acquisition. When you understand this and you truly apply this one, this will completely transform your business forever. So if you remember back in school, you were probably taught the scientific method, or at least I hope you were. And so at a very basic level, we're going to simplify this. What it is you create your hypothesis, you run an experiment, you observe results, and then you iterate. And this just happens over and over again. That's how science works, at least at a super high level, and really just the level you need to understand to apply it to getting clients. So if you apply this scientific method to client acquisition, if you just give it enough time, it will become impossible to fail, like literally impossible. This is the method that has gotten people on the moon. This is the method that created airplanes. This is the method that created everything that we know of today, is this method. And so you can definitely apply this to your business as far as how to get clients. So here's how it works. You create a hypothesis, aka this is your stimulus. So this, you're creating some sort of stimulus to put in front of humans. You run the experiment, which is putting the stimulus in front of humans, and then you observe results. So you're basically saying, you're seeing did it produce conversions or not? Did it book calls or not? And then you're iterating the stimulus if need be. All right, so obviously if it's not converting, you want to iterate. If it is converting, you just keep doing it over and over and over again. Repeat this process until you have a converting stimuli. And this applies literally everywhere you can apply it to. So your offer, your outbound, your content, your paid ads, your sales process, etc. Everywhere. All right, so wherever your bottleneck is, you can just apply this and it will work. It will work. Now I'm going to show you how to put this on steroids and how to make your lead generation predictable. All right, this is the final decision-making framework you need to understand, that statistical advantage. So this is the key to creating predictability and consistency in your lead gen. It's going to be statistics and specifically tracking key metrics. This is the key right here. If you don't have this, if you don't have data, if you don't have numbers, you will fail. You will have inconsistencies and unpredictabilities in your business. It's just how it works. So, example here. Let's say you're sending outbound messages, and if you're doing this, you must know what we call the appointment booking rate is, or ABR for short. So this is the percentage of people that convert from message to call booked. All right, this is the key percentage point. This is because the end goal of the system is book calls, right? So we need to know how well that is converting. If you don't know this, you're blind. You have no clue what's going on if you don't know this. Once you do know this metric, though, you have what we call predictability. All right, there's this big myth in business that, business is just unpredictable. It's just there's ups and downs. It doesn't work like that. Business can actually be extremely predictable. Specifically your sales process, your lead gen process, these can be extremely, extremely predictable if you do it right. They should be. All right, obviously there's random things that can come up in business and things happen, problems come up, but it should be very, very predictable to sign clients. because you need to have this. So for example, going back to this example here, let's say you're sending outbound. Let's say you know your ABR is 3%. All right, 3 out of 100 people book a call. If you know this metric, you can just reverse engineer your goals. So let's say you want to make $20K a month and you have a $5K offer, 25% close rate, 80% show rate, 5% ABR. So you have to know these metrics as well, obviously. If you don't know this, then you're also blind. You need to know metrics everywhere. But let's say this is your situation. You can simply do a simple math equation and you can figure out how to hit your goals and how to scale. It becomes in your control. All right, because what you can do here is you can reverse engineer it where you can see, okay, if this is the metrics, that means all you have to do is send out 400 messages and you make $20,000 a month. Just doing that. Like this is literally all you have to do. 400 messages, send it out. And boom, 20K a month. Now, if you want to make 40K a month, what do? You send out 800 messages. You do simple math. Like you can just do this over and over again to scale. Like that is how it works. It's really that simple to scale once you have converting stimuli and you track metrics. Now, obviously, there can be other problems that come in your business, like maybe your fulfillment isn't scalable, maybe you have a sales problem, sales availability. Other things can obviously come up as problems, but at a high level, like this is how it works. All right, this is how it works. So I hope you're having these aha moments of like, holy crap, like that is how it works. Because probably the biggest aha for you now should be like, hey, client acquisition is actually in your control and you can actually make it predictable and consistent. All right, it's not like, don't believe the lie of like, oh, business is just like unpredictable. Oh, the summers is just a down month. Oh, recession. Like all of it is BS. You can become predictable in your business. All right. So that is like the high level things you need to understand. Now we're going to get super tactical. I'm going to show you exactly how to apply this to outbound and viral content. So you can actually get 30 to 50 calls booked in your calendar as fast as possible. Like this is going to be fun stuff for you. All right. So let's dive in. So first one is going to be outbound. Outbound is method number one we're going to go over. So outbound is you reaching out to prospects first. So typically via direct message. And this method is free, gets really fast feedback loops, and it is extremely predictable. It's actually the most predictable method of client acquisition. This method has booked me thousands and thousands of sales calls, like a lot. It's got me a lot. It's made me a lot of money, to say the least. Now, what do you need to do to book calls with Outbound? There's 3 things you need. All right, number 1, you need to find the humans to actually message. So how do you actually source and find the leads that are actually going to be qualified for you to actually reach out to? Number 2, you need the message to get replies. So the first part of this is actually getting people to reply, getting them to be curious, to have some interest in the first place. That's what you need. Or if you don't have this, you can't book calls in the first place. So you need this first. Last one you need is an offer to convert these replies into calls booked. All right, so those are the 3 things you need to book calls with Outbound. Now, how in the world do you create these? So this is a concept that you can really apply everywhere, and this is how you really make your likelihood of success as high as humanly possible from day one. All right, you actually don't have to test a ridiculous amount if you do this first, because this is going to be the key. This is how you really skip the learning curve. So we call market validation. So market validation is basically the core desires, pain points, or concepts that your target market explicitly resonates with. All right, this is like the deep stuff. If you understand what has been validated about the market, you can easily create a winning outbound campaign. All right, so if you know this stuff, basically what is a market? What are these core things to the market? If you know this stuff, if you know the deep stuff, the core desires and pain points, and you just put that in front of them and embed it into your messaging and your offer, they will resonate so deeply. It'll be music to their ears. It'll be perfect fit. You'll be basically, taking out their subconscious thoughts and putting them in front of them. They're like, oh, holy crap, this is exactly what I want. So how the heck do you figure this out? This seems like some crazy black magic. How do you actually do this? So there's a ton of different resources you can look at. There's ad libraries. Now this is crazy. Not no one knows about this, but this is a crazy thing. What you can do, you can go to Google here, and you can we'll type in meta ads library. Oops. And here what will come up with is this right here. This fancy thing that no one knows about. It's a free resource where literally what you can do is you can search all the ads currently running across meta technologies. All right, this is Facebook ads, this is Instagram ads. This is insane that this is available. Literally search. Here, let's do this. Let's do all ads. You can search for different ads here, which is insane. You can literally search different keywords in your niche. You can search your competitors up. What ads are they running? And you can see exactly what ads are being run right now. And so with this, you can literally see what ads have been running for over a month. Those are the ads that obviously are making these companies money. You can see okay, what is their messaging? What's their hook? What's their offer? What pain points, what desires are they speaking to? And if you see the same concepts being repeated over and over again, that is a sign of market validation. It's clearly something that the market resonates with. And so you can take note of that and apply that to your outbound campaign. Same thing with viral content. All right, you can go to, one of my favorites one for this is on X. You can do this advanced search. And let's say, you want to search my old stuff here. You can search up certain accounts and you can do min faves, 1,000. This means all my tweets with over 1,000 likes. You can see my most viral stuff. Or you can see this. So you can look at these hooks, you can look at these pain points I'm speaking to and be like, okay, so this is really resonating with the market right here. Something that I'm saying right here really is resonating. And you take note of that and you can replicate that in your outbound. All right, so you can use all these different things, ad libraries, viral content, forums, client feedback, sales calls. And you're looking for those repeating patterns. When something is repeating in terms of a certain hook, a certain pain point, certain desire, that is a sign of market validation. That is something that explicitly the market is telling you, hey, this is something that we truly resonate with. For example, if there's a super viral content in your niche, take note of the hook. What specific desires or pain points is it speaking to? The market clearly resonates with it if there's a ton of engagement here. All right. Now, once you understand this, all you're trying to do is you take the stuff that you learn that you see is repeating over and over again these patterns and embed it into your outbound message and offer. You're just embedding it. That's it. You're taking exactly what the market wants and you're basically copying and pasting it and putting it back in front of them. That is the key. This is how you skip the learning curve. You don't have to test meticulously 1,000 times. You're probably still going to have to test a little bit, but this will skip the learning curve from you so you can start from day one at the highest likelihood of success, just like that. All right. So this is not hard. You're really just copy and pasting. You don't have to do you don't have to think in a room and sit for 20 hours and brainstorm. I wonder what in the world the market wants. The market tells you what they want. They leave these crumbs. And all you have to do is search the internet, search certain places, and they will reveal exactly what they want. All right. So with this, you can use market validation to also, the cool part of this, you can use it to reverse engineer where you find the right leads. So those viral posts you're looking at, you can look at humans who engage with it, or that's a sign they resonate with it. Humans who engage with the ad, humans who follow a certain account in your niche. These are all signs of humans that are explicitly telling you, hey, I'm interested in XYZ thing. Humans in forums. I have one of my clients who signs clients from Reddit forums, which is crazy, but it works. All right. So that's how it works. That's how you find the humans. That's how you actually apply this stuff to your outbound message. So to sum it up, here's the process you want to follow if you want to guarantee you consistently book calls with outbound. Follow the universal frameworks we outlined earlier, and then follow this process. So number 1, create a stimulus based on market validation. 2, put your stimulus in front of humans in your niche. So you create it, put it in front of humans in your niche, and then you track metrics. So for example, here's our outbound tracker that we use. We basically track, outbound sent, positive replies, Calendly sent, calls booked. We can track leads. We can follow very easily with this. We can also see exact conversion rates here. ABR, positive reply rate. Are these very important metrics? And so once we know the ABR, for example, we can simply just do more. Once we know it's working, we do more. If we see there's a bottleneck at like stage 3 in the system, we know something is wrong here, and we just want to fix this stimulus right here. All right, so that's an example of a tracker you can use. All right, and then you iterate if necessary. Just like I was saying, you find the bottleneck of the system. At what point are people dropping off? At what point are people not taking the next step? That's the part you need to iterate right there. Then number 5, once you have a converting stimuli, use a simple calculator to scale. So for example here, let's say monthly revenue goal is $50K a month. Let's say your offer's $5K. Let's say your close rate's 30%. Let's say your show rate's 80%. Point blank rate, let's say you're just doing 3%. All right, if these are your numbers, all you have to do is send about 1,400 messages a month, and you make $50K a month. Obviously, these are really good numbers. They're all optimized. They're all pretty good. But that's the reality. If these are your numbers, all you do is this. These are your inputs. Like that is the power of statistics. Is this. You can simply do math to scale. Okay, if these are the metrics of my conversion systems, all I need to do is the inputs. Like that is it. Like that is crazy to me. All you have to do is simple math, and you know how to scale. Or if you want to make 100K a month, whoop-de-doo. Now you double it. You double your output. You double your inputs here to get double the output. It's pretty simple how it works. All right, that is how you do things here. That's how you create predictability. That's how you scale. All right. So given enough time, you will create a predictable and consistent system. And once you do have a repeatable system, by the way, you can't outsource this to a virtual assistant. All right, this is what I have. So you can basically just wake up to a fully booked calendar full of qualified leads without having to lift a finger. And so you just focus on closing the deals and doing the actual coaching. And that's how you start to create leverage in your business. All right, so that is the game. That is outbound. All right, that is what I would do for outbound. Number 2, viral content. Let me take a sip of water. Been yelling at you guys for too long. You need some water. But anyways, viral content. So this method is free. It does tend to have slower feedback loops, and it tends to be the least predictable method of booking calls. So it has some downsides, I will say, but the upside is it has exponential growth potential. Exponential growth potential. Because how content works and how virality works is the more viral it goes, the more viral it will go. All right, the more engagement it gets, the more likely it is to get even more engagement. And so with this, like I've gotten crazy results with this. All right, I've used this method to generate a record of 87.1 million views in 30 days. All right, this is more views than the NBA Finals gets. All right, a lot of views. And also has booked me 264 sales calls in 1 month using just content. So with that said, it works pretty well if you do it right. So how do you actually do it? How do you create viral content? There's really only 3 things you need. Number 1, you need a hook that grabs attention. Number 2, you need to provide value that retains attention. And number 3, you need a call to action to convert attention into leads. That's it. That's the only 3 things, 3 components of content. Like that is literally it. So with this said, like you can see at the first principle level, that you need to generate attention from humans in your niche. Like you need attention. If you don't have attention, there's no leads. There's nothing else that can be done if you don't have attention. No attention, no lead gen. No attention, no sales, no money. Like nothing. Nada. So you need attention. How do you get attention now? All right, look, if you already covered this concept. All you need for this is market validation. You just need to talk about the deep things that deeply resonate with your market. All right, again, you can look at ad libraries, viral content, forums, client feedback, sales calls. And usually the easiest one here is looking at other viral content. This is gonna be your best bet because it's literally like it's already right there. It's already gone viral. And so all you have to do is, don't copy and paste it, but look at like the topics they're talking about, the hooks, the pain points, the desires, and recreate content based on that. So if you do that, that'll give you, again, your highest likelihood chance of success. If you just use what the market has already validated, put that in your content. Do that. Like, that is how it works. That's how the game works. All right, because what's really going on deep level is some part of their human psyche is resonating with these topics or with these hooks or with these pain points. So you just put that back in front of them. They've already shown that they like it. They've already shown that they're engaging with it. So just do it. Do it again and again and again. That's how it works. For your call to action here, so once you have attention, your call to action should be like, make an irresistible offer and tell people to DM you a keyword for details. So like, hey, are you XYZ avatar? Do you want this dream outcome? If so, DM me this keyword. I'll get you all the details. All right. It should be simple. It should be short. It should be an irresistible offer. And I've tested, this is by far the highest converting funnel to book calls. It's in DMs. So if you just get DMs and you do super short DM sequence like, hey, tell me a bit about your goals and situation. They tell you, and then you just say, awesome, can definitely help out. Here's my calendar. Let's chat. Like, that is the DM process. Once you get inbound leads, it's super simple. And that's how it works. So that is content right there. I mean, the key here, I will say, is you must consistently create a high volume of content for this to work. You can't just hope one random post will go viral, because that won't work. You can't just have one random post. Like, you need volume, all right? Because this is, like I said, it's the least predictable method because of the algorithm. So sometimes you can have an absolute banger that you create, but it just doesn't hit for some reason, the algorithm. But the thing is, at the end of the day, all these algorithms should be computed in a way that they just want people to stay on their platform. And so if you're creating good content that really resonates with something very deep in the market, and you provide real value, it should, given enough reps, given enough volume of content, you should go viral. You should get high amounts of views, because that is how all the algorithms are created. So here's the normal workflow you can do to consistently book calls with viral content. Like, how do you actually make this more predictable? How do you scale it? All right, how do you make content more predictable? This is something that a lot of people talk about. No one really has understood how to do this. Took me a lot of thinking as far as how to figure this out. Now, I will say, again, this isn't as predictable as Outbound, but you can get this more predictable, where you actually have an input to output equation, and that's what you want. So here's what it is. Number one, create the stimulus, which is the content based on market validation. And then two, we're gonna track inputs and outputs with this sheet. All right. So here's what we have. So basically what you do here is you write in exact outputs from previous month, write in exact inputs from those months, and make a plan how to increase inputs to aim to increase outputs. And you actually plan, you observe results, and you repeat. So basically what we can track here as far as outputs, you track how many inbound DMs you're getting, qualified followers gained, and then calls booked. So let's say, we got, 100 inbound DMs. So let's say we gained, 1,000 followers, and we booked, 50 calls. And let's say this was due to, we made 50 posts, qualitative scores. So this is like, I think we had like a 7 out of 10 as far as quality goes. So it could be better, but we'll give it a 7. Let's say, 10 of these posts were sales assets. We did, 2 freebies, we did 2 self polls, we did 10 social proof posts, we did 4 hand raisers, blah, blah, blah. These are like different types of posts. Basically, like, big things you want to track is total posts, qualitative score, and then here's like different like lead generation posts that I do have, like, that we just use in our system. But for example, let's say we're just doing this, and we got these results. If you want to increase outputs, a very simple thing you can look at this is, okay, if I want this to increase, let me just increase the inputs and see what happens. So you can do, let's say you just want to increase pure volume. Let's go to 50 to 75. Keep the quality the same, do everything else the same. And let's see if these numbers increase. I can bet you if quality is truly the same, you're likely going to have an increase in outputs. You're likely going to book more calls here. That is just how it works. More inputs equals more outputs. You can also increase quality here. So let's say we get this to a 9, we do the same amount of posts. This could actually book us 100 calls all of a sudden. Right, that's how it works. So this is how you make it content more predictable. That's how you do it. That is the game right there. So let me delete this stuff. There's also something you can do, which is called amplification spend. So this is like paying other accounts or creators to repost your stuff. And so this is kind of a form of ads, but basically, like, once you already have the system really down, you can boost your posts through other creators, get shout outs, get them to repost your stuff. And doing that, you can do the same amount of work, same amount of content, but just get more eyeballs by paying for them. So you can pay, let's say $500, $1,000 and get more eyeballs, and that can get you more calls booked. So you can track that and see your exact return on ad spend here to see if it's profitable or not. So that is how you scale. That's how you do content. All right, so that's kind of the training overall. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want all of our tracking systems, all of our stimuli that we already tested, you can just plug into your business right away to get consistent lead gen. That's what we do. So click the link below if you are interested. Thanks so much for watching. You're amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.